are back here on Carolina Women, and Erin and I are thrilled to introduce our co-hosts. Michael, good to see you. Larry, good to see you.
Thank you.
And you all have a very special guest for us to chat with today.
We do.
All right, Larry, I'm going to let you do the honors.
We have the honor of having the Honorable Mayor of the City of Beaufort.
Good morning.
Here, and Mike McFee, and he's been a longtime friend, and we're going to ask him a few questions that give us a little insight into what's going on with the city. So.
And I think that's wonderful. And before we even get started, as we were getting started, we all had a rich conversation just talking about being native to Beaufort and how things are growing and how wonderful the growth is. So what are some questions that we really want to know?
Well, we can talk about maybe the next major infill project or something that's going on in the city of Beaufort that
there's a
that
lot.
Maybe not everybody knows
Yeah,
about yet.
I mean, there's a lot of activity going on. I think infrastructure projects are probably the biggest next step from our standpoint with stormwater and so forth. We've been working on generating a lot of money from that. We've got affordable housing projects going in on both Boundary Street and new housing development. We hope will be started near the old jail in the Justice Square.
I have a question.
Incredible.
Yeah, I have a question on the infrastructure. Why is that so important now for Beaufort?
Well, sea level rise has brought a lot of that to the head for us.
Okay.
And just general resiliency from a coastal standpoint. We are a coastal barrier,
Yes.
a coastal island area, and the county has barrier islands. And with sea level rise, we're now looking at stormwater issues and stormwater systems that are antiquated and need updating, and several of our neighborhoods over the years have had issues with flooding during rain bombs, not even tropical storms, but just heavy rains and so forth, so we've tried to improve those.
So you all are being really proactive with that, which is pretty impressive.
We're trying. It's an expensive endeavor,
Okay.
and we're a small city, and a lot of times these are assets that don't actually belong to us because the highway department owns most of our roads, and most of the infrastructure for drainage and so forth are in their right-of-ways. But we've taken it on as a city because we know it's important to our residents.
Well,
Affordable housing.
Yes.
Huge hot topic right now. What are y'all doing in Beaufort, and maybe Hilton Head if you're listening, Bluffton?
Well, we're all members of the Lowcountry Housing Trust, so we actually have the opportunities with sort of a joint combining all of the jurisdictions and the county together to do a residential housing trust, which can help bring in developers that can do affordable housing and workforce housing for us. So we're doing that too. But we have, on Boundary Street, we have one of the Pintail Point properties is going in there right next to the hotel, and we're really pleased to get that out of the ground.
That's
And
got
a
to be.
great location.
It
right?
is. That's pretty exciting.
It is. Yeah. So done.
Next question.
Oh,
I
okay.
love this. You got all the questions. This is so good. I love this.
So,
We can just
you're
ask
in
the good
charge.
stuff.
So some years ago, the city bought the industrial park,
Commerce Park, yes.
Commerce Park.
Yes.
And how is that going? What's happening with it?
We have
And
always
Larry,
considered.
wait, let me interrupt.
Okay.
Industrial park is where? Used for what?
The commercial, the Commerce Park is actually usually used for light industrial businesses to bring in larger operations, potentially with bigger paying jobs.
Got it.
And it's located across from the air station.
Got it,
In the
okay.
city of Beaufort, town limits, city limits. We purchased that to add to our toolbox, opportunity to have land that was available for commerce industry that would come into the area. We're very sensitive to industry in general. We don't really want smokestacks, but technology, aerospace, those kinds of things are very big for us in this area with Boeing in Charleston, Gulfstream in Savannah, and the air station with Lockheed Martin and the F-35. So we've been pushing, recently sold a property. Magnus built a spec building which is occupied. It's been sold. We have two other options that are currently underway. One that's the second reading of a laundry facility that will be located there. So it is moving. It is, again, I say it's always been a toolbox for us, in our toolbox, to have the opportunity that we wouldn't lose out on the businesses that wanted to relocate to the area.
It's really interesting because we're almost out of time already. And what I found with both of you is when you bring a guest on and you all talk, we literally could sit here and talk for 45 minutes and scratch the surface, because the more questions you pose,
the deeper it gets.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
more
right.
Right.
That's exactly
Absolutely.
right. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay with us. There's more to come here on Carolina Women.